Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mimi and today we're going to be talking all things 3D. Whether you see movement, whether you don't see movement, but spoiler alert, there's always movement even if you can't see it with your physical eye. So let's just get right into the video. One of the first things I want to address is you simply saying or acknowledging that there's no movement is what you're going to be continuously shown. If you tell yourself something so many times, that's literally what you're going to see. So if you tell yourself, I'm not seeing movement, nothing's changing, my 3D is staying exactly the same, that's literally what's going to keep happening for you. If you clicked on this video, you've probably felt at one point or the other, as most of us have, that all your affirming, visualizing, scripting just isn't worth it. Like, what are you doing all this for? The thing is, like I said, you pointing out this lack of movement, so to say, or that you're affirming for however many hours, visualizing, scripting, and you're not seeing anything, you acknowledging that is exactly what you're going to continue to be shown. And like I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, whether you like it or not, there's always movement going on. It could be behind the scenes, it could be smack dab in the middle of your face, but it's always happening. You affirming and changing your thoughts actively is what is causing changes to occur in the 4D, which is, I talk about this a lot, but it's what will be shown in your 3D eventually, and you'll be able to see it. And with you shifting your thoughts, altering your reality, so to say, the path of least resistance will occur and bring you your manifestation in the most natural way to you. So I like to use examples just because I feel like that kind of helps me grasp topics. So let's use SP and money as two examples just because I know those are two pretty hot topics. So starting with SP, let's say that you've been affirming that SP is constantly texting you, they're obsessed with you, they can't get enough of you, focusing also on your self-concept, telling yourself that you're the best ever, you're the best they've ever had, you're amazing, you're beautiful, they're lucky to have you, so on and so forth. You affirm this for a few days, few weeks, and all of a sudden they're texting you, but then they kind of stop for a little bit. There's like a dry period where you're not getting as many messages from them, or they kind of go on ghost mode. So your initial reaction might be, oh my God, they don't like me as much as I thought they did. Like they don't love me and care about me as much as I assumed they did. I've been affirming, like, what's going on? You acknowledging this is causing you to be double-minded in a way, because in your head you're affirming all these things. They're a different version in your head than the version you're seeing like in your 3D reality. So you're acknowledging the version of them that you don't want. Instead of automatically going to this response, thinking worst case scenario, completely blowing everything out of proportion, why not just acknowledge that they haven't messaged you in a few days, but it's because they're thinking and formulating the best possible message to send to you. They want to make sure whatever they say comes across in the best way possible to you, because they're so obsessed with you and they want to tell you exactly what it is that you want to hear. And then changing your thoughts into these wanted ones, repeating them over and over again, keeping your mental diet in check, keeping your thoughts in alignment with that which you want. You will get that exact text that you want. You will have your SP being obsessed with you, and all your efforts will be 100,000% worth it. And in the meantime, the time between them not texting you and them texting you, you don't know what was going on behind the scenes. They could have been like I mentioned earlier, formulating exactly what it is they wanted to say. They were too nervous to reach out, whatever the case may be. But there was movement going on that you couldn't physically see. And depending on what your end goal is, don't stop affirming until what you assume to be true is like what you expect to see in your everyday life. Like, don't affirm for that text and then as soon as you get it, you go back to your shitty mental diet. You go back to assuming worst case scenario for them, because that again is being double-minded and you're not gonna get the consistent results that you want if you were to keep your thoughts in check, keep your mental diet clean, think as if you have what you want. Okay, let's use the money example now. Let's say you wanna manifest $1,000. You keep checking your bank account, you go on your app, whatever, and you see that it's been the same amount for a week. Instead of just like automatically telling yourself, I'm broke, I never make money, I cannot make money to save my life, like why is it so hard to make money? Like the previous example, stop yourself there and just think the opposite. Tell yourself every time you open your app, you make thousands of more dollars a day. Every time you open your app, you get random deposits. You get money out of the blue all the time. People love to give you money. You're a money magnet. Money is easily attracted to you. And just staying in that mindset of having the money, having it right now. Thinking about what would you buy with that money? What would you spend that money on? Would you help your parents? Would you buy yourself that bag you've been wanting to buy yourself? Regardless of what amount you have in your bank account, express gratitude. I'm so thankful for the money that I have in my bank account. I'm constantly generating more. The more grateful I am, the more money I make. And you don't have to necessarily be happy, grateful 24/7, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, when I feel better, I feel like it's a lot easier for me to get what I want because I'm already showing happiness for, like, my current situations because I'm having the emotions as if I already have what it is that I want. Like, if I had these things, how would I feel? And then embodying that. And don't hold yourself on how the money will come. The how is literally the least important thing. It can come in millions of ways. You probably couldn't even come up with half of them. And you could tell yourself, like, I want to win $1,000 from my parents giving it to me or finding it. But that's closing off the other avenues of ways that it could flow. What if you buy a scratch off and that's the lucky numbers and you win it? Or what if your boss decides to give you a raise at work? Don't close yourself off to the path of least resistance because that is the way that your desire will be brought in. As long as you're affirming for what it is that you want, not questioning it, not being double-minded, not worrying about the how, you will get exactly what it is that you want in the most perfect way possible. And after you affirmed, did your visualization, scripted, whatever, don't go back into the 3D and check if there's any movement. Don't look for movement because if you're looking for physical movement and you don't see it, you're going to be left with disappointment and that's going to cause you to spiral. Not necessarily, but it's a high probability to spiral. Like, you affirming and knowing that you affirming however many times or visualizing however many times will bring you your desire eventually. There's no need from anything in your external environment to prove that you will have your manifestation or that you'll get movement. Acknowledge that everything that you have is already here and don't go looking for it. I know this was a pretty concise video, but I was thinking about it a lot for the past few days and I wanted to get something out for you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching as always. Be sure to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And as always, leave suggestions down below for what you guys want to see because that's the content I want to provide you all with. I'll see you guys for my next one.